Chrissy here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to go ahead and get more amazing content like what I'm bringing you today. So today we're going to be talking all about fasting. What does fasting mean? What kind of fast should you be doing? Where do you start? How do you implement it? And should you do this for life? So here's what you need to know kind of about fasting is that everybody naturally fasts, right? We all naturally fast when we sleep. And so when people talk about fasting, they get all freaked out because they're like, oh my gosh, you can't eat. But in reality, you're not eating all night anyways, or you shouldn't be waking up and eating. If you are, then that's a whole nother issue and we need to discuss that. But the thing about fasting is really that it depends on your metabolism, okay? Some people do really, really great with doing a 12-12 fast. Actually, the majority of people only can do a 12-12 fast. And there are some people who can do a 16-8 fast. And there are people who can do 24 hours or 5-day fast or even longer, okay? And it really depends on your body, your specific goals, and basically how you feel, right? When we look at fasting, we need to look at three other things, which are going to be your hormone kind of feedback loop is what I call it. So it's going to be your hunger, your energy, and your cravings, okay? Those three things are basically what tells your body or your metabolism, the hormone feedback to your metabolism, tells it what it's doing, right? When those three things are not in check, and it's called heck in check, and that's a term coined by Dr. Jay Teta. But when we talk about heck and it not being in check, then what we need to know is that something is off and the metabolism is not going to be functioning at the level that it should be, right? And so while 16-8 fast is really, really great and can get you great results, like we see it all over the place, right? Like, oh, intermittent fasting, that's great, but not everybody can do it. So if your hunger is out of control, if your cravings are out of control, then you definitely should not be doing a 16-8 fast, okay? If you are new to fasting as well, then I always say I recommend that you start with the 12-12 fast, okay? So generally it starts at 7 p.m. and then you'll break your fast at 7 a.m., okay? In another video, I'll kind of go into the do's and don'ts of fasting so you understand what you should and shouldn't be doing. But basically just start with 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. You can adjust that 6 to 6, 8 to 8, whatever works for your schedule. But start with the 12-12. Then once you get that down consistently, because doing anything for life is basically consistently doing it, right? Anybody can do something for a few weeks, a few months, but if you can't make it consistent, then it's not going to stick for life and you're going to be back where you started. So once you get that 12-12 basically consistent and you can handle it, then push it to 14 and then push it to 16, right? And then see how your body is responding to this fasting, okay? It is not set in stone. Doesn't mean some days that you need to break the fast earlier and some days you can break the fast longer or fast longer, okay? Going into a 24-hour fast or anything like that, you definitely need to work your way up to that. You also need to understand that it's all about how you exercise as well, okay? So exercise goes into the whole fasting regime, so to speak. How much weight you have to lose goes into the whole fasting regime. What your lifestyle is like as far as stress and sleep goes into the fasting regime. All of this matters when we look at fasting. So for somebody to wake up one morning and just go, I'm going to 16-8 this fast and do this intermittent fasting and this is what I'm going to do, that's really great. But the reality is very few people can wake up and do that. It's a slow process that you have to take step by step. So start with the 12-12. Work your way up slowly, and then if you want to get into a 24-hour fast, I generally recommend on a Sunday or something of that nature. It seems to work better for most people. The reason why we go into longer fasts is obviously to remove all the toxic buildup inside the body, right? So intermittent fasting works on the fact, or any type of fast works on the fact that we lose good weight because it's using your fat for energy, right? The body can convert fat for energy. It's not the most ideal situation, and it uses a lot of energy to do that, but it can do that. And by doing that, that's how people are losing all of this weight, which is really, really great, right? But as far as looking at it from a gut health, from a cellular health and all of that, it's also really great because when you're not eating and you're allowing the body to kind of use the fat, it's basically eating away the bad cells, okay? So we all have deformed cells inside of our body that are always floating around, and it's the body's job to kind of eat those cells and then eliminate them. When we are constantly overstressed, not sleeping, the gut isn't working, we're eating around the clock or only eating not eating for 4 or 5 hours because that's the only time we sleep, then what's happening is all of these cells, these deformed cells, are building up inside the body, and that's what's causing the disease. So naturally doing a longer fast too, or getting into that, is something that you may want to look into if you're really looking at from a cellular health. It allows the body to completely eliminate everything. It allows the body to go ahead and regenerate new cells. It allows the body to eat the old cells and basically prevents disease. So that's what I have for you on fasting. More to come on fasting, but this is kind of just a preview to get you started, how you should get started. If you have any questions specifically about this fasting, then go ahead and comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe so you get the other videos that are coming through for the fasting and also amazing content. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I wish you the best on your journey. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, please reach out to me, and I will see you next time.